Hey, what's up, guys? It's your man, Young Slice, back at it with another Jerusalem tour video. Welcome back. If you just watched the last video, it's been, pretty much a minute since I stopped filming the last one. So I decided to make this one too because I have nothing better to do. So I just flew back here at the hub. We got 6 houses to cover, so let's get right to it. First on the list, we have the Mushroom Island house. This one is kind of, it's not a very cool house, really. It's kind of is, but it also is kind of boring at the same time. You'll see why in a second. But yeah, I had a hard time naming this one. I couldn't really come up with any good names because Mushroom Islands don't exist, and for other houses like Spital's, stuff that I did, I couldn't come up with any clever names because this biome doesn't exist. So here's my terraforming job. These pieces of mycelium are not spreading for some reason. It's kind of stupid because it should be. But yeah, it's time for this one. This was the first one I built after getting back from my non-building slump. So it's a giant mushroom. Yeah. It's in the shape of the red mushrooms, but it uses it's the color of the regular mushroom. Well, it's not the color, but it looks like the color because I would have made it a red mushroom, but you also kind of can't because you can't get it to stay red when you get it. So it's pretty much just a regular mushroom to like 3 times scale. I'm gonna fact check that. 9 blocks there, 3 blocks there. Yeah. It's to 3 times scale. So it's thicker, and yeah, I think this is 9 blocks too. It should be. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, this one is called Spital Shore. Kind of a dumb name. I don't like that name, but I couldn't come up with anything better because yeah, like I said. But it's by the shore, so that's what it's called. Got a nice little water elevator to go up here. Yeah. Oh, that torch is off center. Horrible. Whatever. I don't really care. I'll fix it later. But yeah, this is pretty much just the interior of the house. Kind of boring. The only thing this is named Duncan, because the Mushroom Island kind of reminds me of the Scotland stuff, and everyone knows Duncan from Macbeth. That's the second dog that I've named after Shakespeare shit, which is kind of weird because I don't even care about Shakespeare at all. I just read those names and I thought Duncan was cool, and Montague is also a cool name. But Macbeth was actually like a decent story, and Romeo and Juliet was just doo-doo. But anyway, that was the whole house. I don't know if I went to my beacon room. That wasn't a very thorough tour because I got distracted by smashing Shakespeare. Not smashing Shakespeare, bashing Shakespeare. But anyway, yeah, I already looked at that room. So yeah, that's this house. Not much to it. Yeah. That's all there is to say. So the next house, that house is kind of like meh. I like this house, this next one that we're going to. This will be my swamp house. And it's kind of it's supposed to be another party house. When I think of it, I think of like a redneck family just kind of chilling in the summertime, playing cards and fishing and getting drunk. But it's a nice little family home too. So it's small, it's like medium sized. I don't feel the need to go that big with houses sometimes because a lot of times it's not about the size. It's sometimes less is more. Because you gotta get a feeling in there, and if it's too much, it doesn't. It takes away some of the value. Because the value can't all go to the size. there has to be other stuff to it, you know? And I just made that up, and I guess it's accurate. So yeah, Swamp House time. This one is called Spital's Dock. You'll see why. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I have a dried up river right here, because you can't put water in the nether, slime block, and those blue things, and a mushroom. So yeah, this is a house. This is a sick little house. Nighttime, of course. Time, midnight. So this one is built on the water. I wanted to build it there in the things that are in the swamp, because I thought that would be cool. The beacon color for this house is magenta. It's magenta. If you participate in the maze, that's important. The beacon at the swamp house, it's magenta, not purple, not pink, magenta. Okay, I've said my piece there. This is Spital's Dock. Entryway, this thing's, it's basically just got, the minimal things that a family home needs. Bathroom that just has a cauldron and nothing else. But the kitchen is more detailed. This is the kitchen. I actually went for detail in here. Here's the, thing. Got the counter right here. That's supposed to be like a grill or something like that. This is this stuff. But yeah, I actually furnished this one and added more detail inside. This is where, like, if you finish grilling crap, you can serve it out to people on the deck out there. This one, I really made this one be more of a functional family home and like a party house. So here's the living room. This guy is named Dennis, and he's named Dennis because I wanted to make his name like something French, but also I wanted to make it like kind of swampy, like a French guy in Louisiana, a Louisiana French name. But Dennis is not really a French name, so I was gonna name him like Theo or something like that. I don't even know if that's really French either, because Theodore, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. Or something else that was French. But I named him Dennis because we're in the swamp, and the swamp is where the city of Saint Denis is in Red Dead Redemption 2. So I added an N, and I made his name Dennis, named after Saint Denis, which is in the swamp. So yeah. TV. This is where the bed is. It's magenta, just like the collar and the beacon. There's also a colored bed in every house. That's a fun fact. This is the card playing room, where you can look out at the water. I turned the brightness all the way down so the glare wouldn't be bad. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Play cards here, get drunk, just with the family, with your uncles and stuff. This is the deck where you eat food and do other things. And this is where you can just walk out here and you can look at the beacon and kiss your significant other and look at the stars. So yeah, this is Spital's Dock. I really enjoy this house because of the feeling that it gives off. I was gonna put another bedroom over here, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to keep it as small as possible with all the whatever that it needs. So yeah, and this is also a great slime hunting place. I came here to get like all the slime for the sticky pistons for the maze that I needed, because the swamp extends out there. And this location is a lot closer to the plains than I would have liked, but you got a nice little bay right here, and I thought that it was just a really nice, place. And there really is no heart of the swamp. It's all close to other biomes. So, but you can't really tell from here. It's pretty much just swamp. You can just see the oak tree like over. No, you can't really tell. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the swamp house. Nice little swamp house right there. So yeah, the Mushroom Island one and the Swamp House one, I built those together. But I took a tiny little break before making the last four. I was like, I gotta just go for it. I gotta go for it. So, this other house is very, it's another house that's sentimental to me because it's another house with a story behind it. Um, well, it's really the only house with a story behind it. Spidle's Manor is the one where that's just where I began. That's where Jerusalem started, but something happened here that was tragic. And, you know, it really, it really changed me in a profound way. So, this is my Mesa house. And, I love the Mesa. It's in my top 3 favorite biomes. Uh, the other one of the other ones being the Extreme Hills Savannah, which we already went to. And, well, the other biome is coming up. But we only have 4 biomes left, so you can narrow it down, probably figure it out. Which one is most likely to be the one that I love. But yeah, this is a nice little terraforming job I did right here. I really like this terraforming job. It's really nice, and I like it. So, this one is unique because this one is not called Spidle's anything. It's part of Jerusalem just like all the other houses, but it's not called Spidle's anything. It's called Prospector's Rest. This is a nice location. It's by the ocean, and mine shaft's right here. It's in this little thing. And this house, I think it looks really nice. It's another minimalist house, but it looks really clean. That's the thing I like about terracotta. It just looks so clean when it is put into a build. You know? And so the history behind this house. So, I had a dog, and I decided to go on an adventure with him. And we had all these fun times. And it was so cool, and it was awesome. And it was just really nice. And, I was just chilling right over here in this place that I found. It's like, well, there are mine shafts here, other stuff. And I went in there with my dog, and we looked around, and then we came out here, and then right over here, you know, I was just chilling, walking here, and a drowned was right here, and he chucked a trident at me, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta bounce. So I ran away, and I just ran away, but I forgot about my dog. And then I looked up in the chat, and I saw Wolf has died. And I was filled with grief because I loved that wolf. And I'd come up with a name for him, but I'd never put the name tag on him. And his name was Months. I named him Months because of all the amazing adventures that we would have gone on. And the adventure guy from the movie Up is named Charles Muntz. So I was like, I'm gonna name you Muntz because you're my little traveling companion. And Charles Muntz also had a bunch of dogs. So it's like we swapped the roles around, and I love that dog. And so this house is built in his honor. Prospector's Rest. He wasn't a prospector, but it's still his rest. This is his resting place right here. And prospectors, because there are mine shafts, and we explored those mine shafts. And this is also the only beacon that's built away from the house. Because, you know, this beacon is really dedicated to him. Because I love that dog, and he was sick. And, so, that's the story behind Prospector's Rest. And I built this nice little house for him. This is where we would have grown old together. And this guy's name is Charles III. Because Charles Muntz was Charles I. Muntz the dog was Charles II. This right here is Charles III. Because you know, this is his, you know, his little son, kind of, but not really. Charles III. And, yeah. That's why his name is Charles III, and that's why the information about his name was important. So, you can look up there at the beacon, and, you can look up the stars, and color here is red because it's Mesa, and red is the blood that was spilled by Months, and I won't forget his sacrifice. And so sometimes I come out here and I look at the sky and the stars and I just think about him because he was a good dog. And yeah, he's another dog that, you know, there were other dogs that got killed. There's another dog that I accidentally shot him with an arrow, and it was very sad. And there's another dog, Marcus. My dog back at Spital's crib was called Marcus Jr. His father, Marcus Sr., got blown up by a ghast in the nether. Very sad. But yeah, I have, well, you'll see in a second. But yeah, I've gone through, a lot of dogs have passed away on this world, and it stinks. It feels bad, because whenever I do a Minecraft world, I make it a point to, get a dog, bond with it and crap. But, so I made it my mission to never let a dog die in the nether again, but I had to get them all to their houses. So I used fire resistance potions and crap. Here's the maze. Bamboo forest. Yeah, look at the maze, it's so cool. But this is for him. This is for Months. His grave right here. Oh, no, PG. Keep it PG. Keep it PG. Keep it PG. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm gonna get demonetized. But it says, it says, here lies Months, the freshest dog who ever walked the earth. And, that's his grave. And sometimes I visit him and give him bones. And I put a spruce tree back there because that's where his natural habitat is. So, yeah. Let's have a moment of silence for Months. Because I love that dog. And you guys would have loved him too. Alright. So, that was the Mesa house. Which one did I build next? Oh, this house. This is my mountain house. It's fine. It's nice and big. But the thing that is significant about this house is that there's a big old spruce forest nearby, and that's where I got most of the wolves. Like, this is where I told you the story about my two wolves at the Spital's Overlook, the Acacia House, and I got them all from the forest next to this place. And a lot of other ones, I got Larry from there. I got who else did I get there? I think I got pretty much everyone from there, except for Charles III, Marcus Jr., of course. Who else was already at their house? Oh yeah, I found the dog that I will come up. The two dogs after this one, I found them both not here. But yeah, there's Marcus Jr., there's Charles III, and there were other ones that I didn't find here, but pretty much all the rest of them were found here. Santiago I didn't find here. And yeah, Harvey. I did not find Harvey here. I found Harvey in his home forest, where the wolf army lives, and I think I found Charles III in that same forest. But yeah, or no, I went on an adventure with Harvey over to Prospector's Rest. For some reason. Yeah, we kind of just visited Prospector's Rest because Prospector's Rest is pretty close to Spital's Lodge. But yeah, this is I hate this terraforming job, but it's just a mountain. What are you gonna do? This is my mountain house. It's called Spital's Nest. And I couldn't really do that much with this terraforming job because it's a mountain and there are no trees up there. But yeah, this one is nice because it has a good view. We're in the basement. You got a pretty good view of the dark oak forest down there. This guy's name is Amberino. That's the third Red Dead Redemption name. Third? It might have named even more after that. But yeah, Spital's Nest. This one's called Spital's Nest. And Amberino is the mountain place in Red Dead Redemption 2. So there you go. Balconies here and all around. Gotta set it tonight. I don't know why it keeps... I think I just spent so much time at Prospector's Rest. But yeah, boy, I sure hope I don't get uh, uh, banned from YouTube. That would suck. But anyway, this is the house. You kind of just go through, and you go up, and you just keep going up, and there are more rooms and more balconies and stuff, and you just kind of keep going up, and the beacon is up here. This beacon is white. Just because there's snow, and this one's got a nice view and crap. Darn, this isn't. I mean, I wish I could have gotten more mountains all around here. I could have built this in the heart of the mountains instead of doing this. I think I'm too high up for the view to look good, but it usually looks pretty nice. You know, I don't love this house just because this house is very similar to one I built on another Minecraft world, so it's not that original. But here it is. That's the house, and I found all the dogs in this big old forest right here. So yeah, now we are going to be going to either my favorite biome or my second favorite biome. This is the second to last house that I built coming up here. But boy, I've been wanting to find one of these biomes on this world for so long, and they're just so rare and so hard to find. In some of these houses, I will admit, I kind of got tired and decided I just flew in creative to find a nice place to build them. Because I was like, you know what, I don't feel like... Because you can find all of them, you know, I had already known where swamps were, I'd already known where... I'd already found all the biomes, I just had to find the right biome, the right place to build the houses. But this one, I had not found this biome yet. I don't know why I'm being so secretive, because most of the people probably already know what it is. It is the Mega Taiga. Probably, I think it's the rarest biome in Minecraft, even rarer than Mushroom Islands, because I found like 4 Mushroom Islands on the seed. And, yeah, Mega Taiga. I was like, you know, I'm not going into creative to find this one. I'm not going to. I'm going to walk there. Use my elytra. But of course my elytra died like halfway there. And I ended up going 10,000 blocks each way. You know, diagonally, I was 10,000 blocks in one direction, and I was also 10,000 blocks in the other, you know what I'm talking about. You'll see. The coordinates are 10,000, yeah. Both the coordinates are like negative 10,000 something, or close to that. But yeah, I love this biome so much, and I walked all the way here on like a school night to find this thing, and when I found it, I was so happy, because I'd walked so far, and halfway there I met my dog, and we walked like 5,000 blocks together back to this biome, and I kept him alive, so that's a win. I'm just going to take a boat because it's faster. I think there should be a boat there, but if there's not, I might have to cheat. Oh, okay, good. I don't have to cheat. Spawn in a boat. But yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, this goes so fast that the chunks don't load. But you know, the thing about the Nether is, you know, the Nether update's coming, and the updates don't apply. Like, the new biomes don't apply to chunks that had already been loaded in older versions. And the thing that sucks is that I've pretty much loaded every chunk in the Nether within a 2,000 block radius from the Nether railroad thing. And so, you know, it stinks, because I'm not going to have any new biomes anywhere close to where spawn is, and it'll probably be really hard to find a place that I haven't been yet in the Nether where the new biomes are. So I do plan to build Nether houses in every Nether biome, but they're going to be super far away from everything else. And I guess I'll make a new video once I'm done with all those. They won't have beacons or dogs, but yeah. And that fireworks show that I made that to celebrate the completion of Jerusalem. I'm going to fire it off before I start building the Nether houses. But this is the terraforming job. Mega Taiga. I love this biome. I got the Podzol or whatever.